What's up, you guys? Welcome back to our little mountainside in Panama. Today we are going to be doing something that is going to be changing the quality of our lives forever.
We've been living off nothing but rainwater for 3 years. That's captured from this roof that's run into these tanks and used to do everything from shower to doing dishes to watering our plants to giving water to our animals. Everything. All the water on this farm has come from the rain so far.
With the building of our new bathroom here, our water consumption is going to go way, way up. So we need to do something about it.
But if this was an easy problem to fix, we would have done it 3 years ago. We've been working on a solution to this since we've come onto this land. And really within the last week or two, we've made some serious headway on how we're gonna do it. This part right here is a little sketch.
Wow. This is the first time I see this, honey.
This is what I've been working on down here. So when I come down with the shovel and just digging around. The closest water source we have is down at the bottom of our property. It's tucked in the jungle, and there's a little river that no one even knew existed. Only by digging around a little bit did we find this little stream. And by the end of this video, the plan is to pump this water up over 100 feet in elevation to our water tanks with no electricity. How do you feel about all this?
I'm stoked, honey. Sadie desperately wants to get in that water right now. I know, I just know it.
If you're thinking there's no way and you're wondering how, we're gonna use technology that's over 200 years old to move this water. In order to get the water up here to our workshop, we're gonna have to do two things. We're gonna have to build something that moves the water, and then we're gonna have to build something that increases flow from the river. So a ramp pump uses two check valves to move water. There's a check valve here that goes this way, so that's open, and then that's closed. You can see that little flapper inside there, and it comes up to seal. And then there's another check valve here. But then how do we get that pressure to move the water uphill? Buzzkill. I don't know why every time it is I'm doing plumbing, it's like a day where I go to the hardware store 17 times. So, I gotta go to the hardware store. I ran out of Teflon tape.
Dad, I went to the store, but when he comes back, we'll do a hungy. You wanna do another one? Do another hungy? Hungy. This is for all you New Zealanders, or whatever you call you guys. Kiwis? Kiwis, I think, right?
Hi, good girl.
What do you think would be more fun, English or Spanish? I'll do English. Monkey has lost his banana. El mono perdió su plátano. He's sad.
Did you guys do this? I think you did. We got 2 hours now, sweetie. Do you guys have any idea how hard it is to stay quiet while screwing metal pipes together with a sleeping baby in the room? I need to go back to the hardware store. This isn't the right size. Even though today's been a little bit of a struggle, I'm happy to announce that rainbow season is officially here. Look at that. We'll be seeing rainbows like this nearly every single day.
Is that at home? Is that at home? He has a big box. Oh my gosh, it feels like Christmas. You want to help me open the box? So getting deliveries here in Panama is a little more exciting than when we're in the States, because specifically things that are heavy, we have to wait usually at least 2 weeks for it to come. I know that sounds so crazy. We're so used to getting things the next day in the States. Wow! Wow! What is on here? What is... Apples! I know it's apples! Am I rubbing off on you? A juicer is making you excited?
It's gonna help me with my allergies, sweetie. Now I'm gonna get the celery juice flowing real hot and heavy, dude.
I know. Jordan and I have been on this celery juice kick, kind of on and off for the last like 6 months, and anytime that we do it consistently, every single morning, Jordan sees a significant difference in his allergies, aka they're non-existent when we're doing the celery juice. Make some watermelon juice. Watermelon.
But it gives you some, oh, the pulp goes there. Dude, we can feed that to the worms. Wow.
Oh my, that was so satisfying.
Wow, dude. It's gonna change our life.
I'm so excited.
Okay, this is now take 3. I think we got it. We're almost all done here. Let's see how this goes. This PVC tube is gonna act as the pressure tank, which is gonna keep the pump running over and over and keep pushing the water uphill. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on this joint, and then I'm just gonna hold it down for 30 seconds so it doesn't back out. I learned that the hard way. So the water's gonna come in here and take the path of least resistance and go up, because this check valve is gonna be closed. So the water goes up, which is gonna push this flapper closed. Then it's gonna take the next path of least resistance, which is through this check valve, and then it's gonna go up, which is gonna compress all of the air in here, which is gonna create pressure, which is then gonna push the water up and out. Okay, there you go. There you have it. 1 ram pump. What do you guys think? You think it's gonna work? I would say I'm about 50-50. I think my biggest concern is that it's too big. I was limited on the parts that I could get, and everything here is 1.5 inches, and I would like for it to be smaller, but sometimes you gotta do with what you got, and we'll see how it goes. So I think the first thing to do is to test it out using some of the water over in our water tanks.
Honey, you look like super dad right now.
Imagine someone just seeing this when it's just stuck down in the jungle. Like, some like coffee farmer's gonna come across this and be like, what are these guys doing?
I can so totally tell just by the look in Jordan's eyes that he is so determined to get this thing done. He is on a mission. So I have a feeling it's gonna be a little bit of a long night. So I think this is the perfect time to introduce you guys to the sponsor of today's video, which is Athletic Greens. We are gonna be using their AG1 to fuel us for these next few days, but I'll tell you guys a little bit more about them later on in this video.
All right.
Is it time?
Connecting this hose. So the water's gonna flow in through this PVC.
Yeah.
And then we wanna watch it come up here and then come out this hose and go up higher than where that it's going in.
Right. Oh, dang. Oh, this is scary, honey. I'm scared. What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? What do we do?
All right, here we go. I'm turning the water on. Let's see this thing in action. All right, we want to watch the water start coming out right here.
Okay.
Okay, now we want to shut that valve.
The valve's gonna shut automatically?
It's supposed to.
It's not enough pressure.
Crap.
Agua!
That means it's definitely not gonna work. I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I rebuilt the whole thing. This time, much smaller. This is kind of like the main part of the old one. And this is the new one. 1.5 inches, 3/4 of an inch. But it's crazy how when you do something once, it gets so much easier. That one took me 45 minutes. The other one took me like 4 hours.
Friday night means movie night and tacos.
Watermelon juice!
You got watermelon juice on you?
Yeah!
Sadie's been absolutely obsessed with this book of opposites, and she always asks me to go to the page of the happy and sad, and it's actually Pocahontas who's doing it. So I figured tonight would only be right to put the real deal Pocahontas movie on. Honey, let's be honest, the only reason we had a child was so that we could go back and just watch all the Disney movies without any shame, right?
No. Sounds good to me.
Are you helping Mama with the kale? You're doing so good, baby. I asked Sade to help me rip up the kale for the tacos, and she is doing an absolute fine job, aren't you, baby? You're doing so good. Thank you. Oh, how's it smell? But here's a little reality check of what the workshop slash our home looks like by the end of the day. We got a sink full of dishes. We got food all over the floor. We got things kind of just scattered randomly everywhere. Sadie's been obsessed with the mirror recently. She constantly wants to take it off the wall. So I'm like, hey, you want it off the wall? Fine. It's going on the floor. But I always say, a quick... George's yelling my name. What?
I have done it!
What'd you do?
I have harnessed the power of gravity! That's about it.
Well, I suppose that means good news. I think he figured it out. Tour the ram?
Give yourself a little tour of Rammy. Go and check it out. Go and see what's happening.
Pam the ram?
Pam the ram.
Pam the ram!
How do you do this? What?
I'm trying to open this.
So this was basically the exact same thing, just with smaller piping.
Half the size.
Pipe fittings.
Walk that green hose. Walk where it's coming out. Look at that. That's where the water's going in.
That's where it's going in. That's where it's going to be fed from the river, right?
Yeah.
All right, honey. I'm really curious what the flow is going to be here.
It's slow and steady. That's all we need. It's going.
Wow, it is working, honey. that actually, you're right. If that's going all day long,
yeah, we're good.
Like,
You can fill the tanks in like 1 day.
Maybe like 1 month.
Maybe 2 months. Let's be positive.
Let's go, baby. We did it. That is what I'm talking about, baby. We freaking did it. Woo! Now we just gotta make this work with a dirty, muddy, rocky river with very little flow of water. That's gonna be the hard part, but at least the concept is proven.
Never in a million years did I imagine that we would need to have a fire going in Panama. But it is so cold outside right now. It's probably like 55 degrees, plus with the wind blowing, it feels like it's like fall time. My favorite part of being back in Panama here is the routine that we have, especially in the mornings when we kind of wake up slow, all of us together. Are you loving the juicer, honey?
We gotta get this for the roastery, dude. We could save so much money. We pay like $18 a gallon for almond milk.
We come downstairs, we make coffee, we get the fire going, we read Sadie a book, we make breakfast, and just spend the morning together. It's so special. Little lady, do you want to come help Mama make pancakes?
No.
No?
Bye.
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 All right, I guess I'm making pancakes by myself this morning then. And I always start my mornings with Athletic Greens AG1. Not only is this stuff super delicious, but it also just gives me that nutritional insurance and just ensures that all my bases are covered for the day. So this morning, I'm making almond flour pancakes. We got 1 1/3 cup of almond flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of freshly milked almonds. I'm never saying that again. 2 huevos, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup,
Can I have a little bite?
No.
Besides the endless love, the best part of having a dog is this. You cleaning up all of Sade's messes, good girl? Just from me.
This is the ultimate taste test. I'll let you guys, well, we'll let you guys know how this new recipe is. This is almond flour, gluten-free, dairy-free pancakes.
Oh, now you want me to share with you, huh?
Num num.
Num num? Can I have a num num? So good, dude. This is the best pancakes you've ever made.
Yay!
There's one on the stove that's burning though.
Oh. Oh no, that's perfect, honey. Golden brown, baby.
It's funny coming out here and seeing the remnants in daylight of my kind of manic freak out about the ram pump last night. But I think it's time to put this thing to the test and put this thing into real action, get it down into the river, and see if we can get this thing working. It's time to get down in the jungle and see what we can do with this river. It's just water for our toilet, our shower, our washing machine, our sinks. So, no pressure. We've been messing around down here a little bit. We've been building this pool that we want to try to gather all the water in that we can then suck and send to our ram pipe downhill. But I need to try to increase flow. We want to see about 4 gallons of water coming in here a minute. And right now I don't think we're getting that. So I think if I go up river to where it's coming from, I think I could clear it out, and I want to try to make this pool a little bit bigger. This is amazing. It feels like with each shovel that I put into this source where the water's coming from, each shovel that I put into this hole, there's more and more water coming, and the flow's getting stronger and stronger. It's almost like there's a river behind this and it's all just being blocked up. Look at this little guy. Right there. That's a crab. This crab is up at 6,000 feet in elevation. Look in here. I think this is a real river. It's just blocked up. I don't know, you guys. I think this is a good sign. All the dogs are looking at me like I'm crazy. You guys might be looking at me like I'm crazy too, but the flow of water has definitely increased significantly.
Whoever would have thunk? 3 years later, we have a freaking river on our land.
Oh, it's a canal.
It's a canal. It's the Jordan Canal.
I got Rodman down here helping me now.
We jumping. We're not working, we're playing.
I don't know how much work he's bringing, but what do you think's at the back of this river, bro? You think we got some gold back here or what?
Oh, definitely. Let's find the gold.
If there's not gold, we got water, which for us is as good as gold.
Wait, water is gold. Come on. Give me more. Give me more.
How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling dirty.
It seems like the wind has slightly died down. The sun is starting to come out again, so me and Sade are gonna get out of here. Getting a little pent up inside here. But it's a little bit treacherous down where Jordan is at, so I think we're gonna go and do a little bit of some garden stuff. It cracks me up, because even though we've been here for 3 years now, living up on this land, I feel like we still get an absolute kick out of the weather up here. It's just like, I guess it's kind of people back in New England, how people still make it such a big deal when we get a big snowstorm. It's like, you've been living here for your entire life. Like, you think you'd be used to it by now. Green, blue, purple. Look at all the colors in the rainbow.
Baba,
Rainbow.
baba,
Rainbow.
baba.
I'm gonna give this garden bed just a little bit of TLC. We still have some tomato plants that are still producing, but I have a bunch of seedlings in the greenhouse that are gonna be ready to go in just a couple weeks. So I'm gonna start tilling this up, getting some compost in here, and just getting it nice and ready. It's already looking so much better in here. I cleared out a lot of the old plants, but oh my God. It still takes my breath away how strong this wind comes. But while I was clearing this all out, I actually found some potatoes that I totally forgot about that I planted probably about 6 months ago. I don't even know how long these guys have been in here for, but I'm definitely whipping these babies up tonight for dinner.
It's looking really, really good. I got this all dug out to where I want to, but now you can see how the water's kind of a little brown. It's because this is all clay, and there's like this super fine clay that's just mixing in with the water. So I want to try to find a way to stop that from happening. So I'm going to do what I've seen people do with a well in the States, and that's put sand at the bottom of it. So gotta lug some sand from the top of the mountain down here. But before I do this, I am chugging a bottle of AG1. Getting 75 vitamins and minerals from whole food ingredients is everything that I need right now for all the energy that's gonna go into moving the sand. And this gives me the nutritional insurance I need just to keep pushing on through this project, keep digging, keep moving sand. It also has a little bit of natural sweetness to it, and it's super delicious. And when I used to be tired like this, I used to turn to like a Gatorade or an apple juice to help rehydrate me. But this just like takes care of that urge that I used to have. This was a big mound of sand like 3 days ago, and now with the wind, it's basically all gone. I don't have any pants on.
I see that.
And I just ate a ton of peanut butter.
I have a surprise for you.
Is it more peanut butter?
No, check my pocket.
You have potatoes?
Yeah. Then look at it, my whole pocket's full of them.
How excited are you, dude?
So excited. I am on a cooking, baking rampage today. Now, I'm gonna attempt to make tahini brownies.
I just fell through a mystery hole in the jungle and smashed this camera. Is everything all right? That right there. I was just walking down here and I just fell right there and smashed myself right there. My goodness. All right, this is looking pretty good. Pretty happy with how it turned out. I just hope the flow is good enough. It's so hard to tell because I know there's water coming from the river, it's coming from underneath and all the wall. But the only way that we're gonna find out is by laying some pipe.
Do you want to go see Dada? Yes, yes.
Mama.
We're gonna go out and go see Daddy. Mama's just taking the brownies out. I'm bringing you some fuel. Some tahini brownie fuel, baby.
It's just kind of weird that there's tahini in a brownie.
Honey, I'm telling you, honey.
I wish you didn't tell me that there's tahini in the brownie. Ah, dude, there's fire ants everywhere. Yeah. I've started damming up the river so I can get the water level now to rise in kind of like the pool area that I've built. So I'm taking big stones and putting them in and then mixing it with smaller stones and then putting clay in between all the rocks. And this is really one of those jobs that you need to use your hands for, but the problem is there's fire ants everywhere right now. Like, I'm talking about millions and millions of fire ants. The whole ground looks like it's moving all around me. And the only reason that I'm surviving is because I got these big rubber boots on. They're all around my boots. And I've only seen this one other time, and that was right before a big earthquake. So either there's an earthquake on the way, or maybe I just messed up their colony. But either way, they're letting their presence known. And I'm not touching any of these rocks with my hands because it hurts really bad. It's almost there. The water level has come all the way up to the screen on the end of the PVC, and that's just so I can keep all of this debris and sticks and bugs out of the water line. This is working right now. It's crazy. There's been so many crazy ideas that I've had like this that I've tried to do and just doesn't pan out because it was just a stupid idea, but with this, it's working like a charm. Like, I've dammed up this area and look how much higher up the water is now. It's so high that even the piece of PVC is totally underneath and it's still going. I can't believe it right now. I think this is gonna work. Yeah, we wanted to follow the path where it can get downhill. You guys wanna know how we know this is a big river? Look at this. Look at how far down that crevasse goes. Oh my goodness.
There's water coming out of there.
Yeah, well, that's all from the river that we're tapping. And it's all been going underneath. And that's what we just tapped. We've run the PVC from all the way up there, all the way down here. Now this is how it works. For every foot in drop, we get 7 feet of lift. That's the theory anyway. Are we 20 feet down from the water source? It's hard to say. It's hard to say without any kind of guide. No, I'm just gonna dry fit it, because if it doesn't work, I can take it apart. All right, here we go. We're releasing the pressure on the water. We're gonna let it flow in, hit the ram, see if it works. This is a really big moment. If this works, if this works, it'll change our lives on Lola's farm. We've been preserving water every day for 3 years. And if we just have an unlimited supply of water, it'll be a total game changer. We're building pressure.
Oh, is there pressure now?
Yeah. Keep going, baby, keep going!
You got this, you got this.
If you look over here, we have pressure. We have nearly 30 PSI that we've built. So the water's pushing into here through this check valve, and all this pressure is building up in here. It is working, you guys. Look at this pressure. We have 40 PSI right now. Look at that. 40 PSI off of that little creek. Dude, we freaking did it, dude. We did it.
It's working, it's working.
All right, it's getting dangerous. It's getting dark. And this is gonna take a while because it needs to go uphill, probably about 30 feet in elevation, very slowly. So I'm not gonna be waiting around here hours. There's a 6 sunset happening. So we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna let this run overnight and then check on it in the morning. Dude, the sunset behind you right now is just magnificent. Oh my God! Oh my God! You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God, look at this. So I was laying in bed last night thinking about Pam.
Thinking about Pam.
You know, I said, no, was she running strong? Was she blocked up?
Oh no.
And she was out there all alone in the jungle. I just we didn't really know what was going on. We just left her there.
Should we go check on her?
We have to. I've wanted to go since like 5 a.m. and I've just been waiting for you.
He kept asking me last night. He's like, you sure you don't want to go down there?
All right, we're making our way down into the jungle. Sweetie, we're gonna be able to hear it way before we can see it. So we'll hear like da-dum, 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 or ee-er, like we should hear it
Okay.
before we see anything.
I hear it.
You hear that?
I hear it.
Keep going, keep going.
Honey, 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 it's coming out.
No way.
Honey, honey, it's working.
Dude, Pam's been going all night long. Oh!
Oh my God. Freaking working. That is insane.
Oh my, you guys can't hear it, but we can hear the pump running from here. So you can hear the da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. I am in shock right now. It is running. Look, it's going. Oh! Honey, we have water. We have water. Look at it. Look at her in all her glory. Look at 40 PSI. Oh my, that can push some serious water. Oh my God, it works. I'm in shock right now. I cannot believe it. This thing was going all night long, moving water uphill. It's going uphill. It doesn't seem like this should work. Like you look at it, it doesn't make sense. Let me give you like a whole tour on how this is laid out. Here's the ram pump and it just goes straight uphill. Like it's pushing it all the way up with this hose. And the PVC keeps running. This is to help with friction loss here and with air. And then it keeps going and the river is just over there. And then this hose, this is above the river. It's pushing it uphill. I don't know, man, freaking physics.
Freaking Pam the Ram, huh? Who would have thought? Who would have freaking thought? While he's down there admiring his work, I just gotta take a moment to say, truthfully, I had my doubts. While this whole process was going on, there were quite a few moments where I was like, I don't know, this seems too good to be true. But something that I've learned about Jord over the last almost 7 years being with him is when he sets his mind to something, he is so relentless in getting to the success point of it. No matter what it takes. No matter what it takes. And this again just proves to show just how freaking amazing he is.
I just want to wrap up this one by saying thank you to Athletic Greens and AG1 for giving us the power to push through this one. We are beat. My body is torched. And drinking AG1 has just helped so much throughout this video. So if you guys want to give them a try, you can click the link down in the description below and you'll get 5 of these travel packs and this vial of vitamin D3 and K2 with your first purchase.
So thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support, and we'll be seeing you guys on the next one.
See you next time.